I think that'll be cool. Okay, cool. We're recording. Well, welcome to Break. My name is Kate Popke, and I'm the president this year. I know it feels really weird to be back for me, and I'm sure it's the same for all of you guys. Just a reminder to take a deep breath if you've been holding in some stress right now, because I know I have been for most of this morning. So just taking a breath. To all of the new students, I know this is a really unimaginable time to be starting at a new school. But I want you to know that York is really an incredibly supportive community, from the students to the faculty, the students that you're meeting in your classes already, your teachers, even me. You can always reach out to me. And I know it feels a little weird right now, but you're going to be meeting tons of new people and getting settled in soon. And to the returning students here, I want to reassure you that, even though this isn't the York that we're all used to, I'm already working hard, and the rest of student council is working hard to set up activities and different meetups that I think you guys are all going to be excited for. And lastly, I want to take a second to appreciate all of the work that the faculty and staff have been putting in to bring us all back to school in the safest and best way possible. I know I'm incredibly thankful for all of the time and flexibility that they've had during this process. Just from talking to different faculty members, I've heard just they have to take things one day at a time. Things are always changing in terms of what we can and can't do as a school. And I think, it really is all about that flexibility and just taking things one day at a time. For me, it's been really helpful to just appreciate the little moments that we all have in the day. And I hope that break can kind of be that, relieving time in the middle of the day for all of you, and a reminder that, this great community is still here and you're still a part of it. And with that, welcome to York School. I'm going to pass it over to our one and only VP, Kevin Deliri. I think he also has some words to share with you as well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kate. I'm Kevin Deliri. I'm going to be your vice president. To our new students, welcome. I know this is not the ideal return or actually welcoming that you guys had in mind, but as much as we wanted to meet you in person, hopefully that can happen in the future. But for now, as a community, we're going to give you as much love as possible. You guys are going to feel the welcoming and just the community we are gradually over time. So there's no need to worry about that. To the returning students, like Kate was saying, it's a weird start, but just thank you again to the staff for making this happen in the first place. Like Kate was saying, they were very flexible, day by day type thing. So the fact that we're here and we're getting, daily education, and just making this school year happen with the possibility of, maybe going back later, is definitely a sacrifice that's, that we're all willing to take, just for the greater good. But with that being said, let's kick off this year, make the best of it, and on to Mr. Key. Thank you.
Hey, Kevin, thanks so much. We're so glad that you're leading us this year. It's going to be a great year, so thanks. I'm going to present my screen real quick, and what we're going to talk about today, we probably won't use the full break time this morning. We know that you're getting used to your schedule today. But we're going to talk about what is break, especially for those that are new students. I think it's important for you to understand this long-standing York tradition and what happens during break. And then I'll explain a little later, how do you access break, how do you submit announcements, and why did we schedule break every cycle day. But I want to start with Ms. Sherry, who's going to talk about what is break, who leads break, and who can give announcements. Ms. Sherry?
Thank you, Mr. Key. So break, what is break? I want to go to, let's see, Lily, are you around? Lily, what is break? I keep calling on Lily without knowing if she's, if she's even able to dial in all of a sudden.
I'm here. So
you're fabulous.
It's basically a place where all the students meet and you can make an announcement, both students and faculty.
Great. All right. Thank you. I think it's a wonderful time as well to just get to be all together as a group, as a community, and to see each other's faces and hear each other's thoughts. So break is a time for us to be together and share information and community. And what else am I supposed to?
There you go.
Who leads break? Oh, well, you know, our fabulous officers lead break. So Kate and Kevin lead break, and we love them, and they are amazing, and they are great leaders. And who can make break announcements? Anyone can make a break announcement. Anyone can make, well, anyone within the York community can make a break announcement. If you're outside, you have to be invited in by somebody. So how does one go about making a break announcement? And Kate, would you fill people in on that?
And I'm gonna, oh yeah, go ahead. I was gonna talk about how to submit them, Kate.
Oh.
So I'll do all the technical stuff, but if you wanna talk about, you know, what announcements you can make, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So announcements that you can make. Okay, that is important. You can make an announcement that is for the good of the whole of the school. And we don't want you actually making announcements that are just about like an independent, hey, I'm going down to the beach this weekend, why doesn't everybody join me? It can only be something that is an official sort of York event. Otherwise, the minute you say, I'm going down to the beach this weekend, why doesn't anybody join me? You actually have just made it a York sponsored event, and therefore you have to have York chaperones, and it's going to be hard to get them, and then it'll just be a mess. So keep it for York focused things.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Sherry. I also wanted to tell, this will be relevant for the returning students, but also the new ones. You're going to see a lot more of me at Break this year. I love Break. It was one of the important cultural traditions that drew me to come here. But last year was my first year, and I was just sort of observing. But this year, I really want to make a larger presence at Break. So just know that going in. And Kevin and Kate and I have already talked a little bit about that. So why did we schedule Break every cycle day? And we had a long conversation about this when we were creating the schedule this summer. And as you know, we had to create a schedule that could work both during distance learning and also on campus when we're allowed to come back and for social distancing. So we decided that it was important to have Break every cycle day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We will not have Break on Wednesdays to just keep us connected as a community. We thought that's especially important for distance learning. So that's why you're seeing Break on every cycle day, which was not the case in the past for returning students. So how do you find the link for Break, and how do you find where to submit Break announcements? Most of you probably have already figured this out. But here is your resource page when you go to My York. And it's really simple. You just go to the Meet links. Obviously, you can just type in d.york.link. But if you're in your resource page, you can just go there, click on there, and that will get you to here. Here's the Break Meet link at the top, and then here's where you can click to submit a Break announcement request. And please make sure that you're making those announcement requests, at least a day or half a day ahead of schedule, so that we don't have 20 Break announcements and we can't get Break done in the time allotted. So again, if you have a Break announcement, just click there and submit it. Great. Ms. Sherry, I'm going to hand it over to you to, you have a story, I think, to tell us.
Oh, am I still live? Yes. Yeah, sure. So thank you. So this is just kind of a moment of reflection, I guess. One of my favorite authors is a fellow named Kurt Vonnegut, and he is funny and irreverent and makes you think and makes you cry and makes you laugh. So all the great human emotions, right? So he is kind of famous, among other things, for a story that he tells and that I'm going to retell now. So Kurt Vonnegut had a great uncle who would remind people to stop in the moment and appreciate life in that moment. So they'd be out picnicking, and he would stop them all in the midst of their chatter and their chomping down of potato salad and baked beans and their general fighting away of ants and wasps and whatever it might be. And he would stop them and he would say, wait a minute. If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. And it was an invitation to take in the moment, to recognize that we are here now, and to actually be here in the moment now. Kate invited us to take a deep breath when we started. And I think there are times when, like this morning, it's the first time we're trying to go from class to class to class. Or we can be regretting the things we don't have, like in-person togetherness. And yet there are still really precious things that we do have. We have the technology to be able to be together, 200 of us, in the same place at the same time, seeing each other's faces, sharing jokes in the chat. Just having this moment together. And it's so important for our well-being, for our sense of what it is to be a human being, that we recognize the good within the moment, not only ruining what we don't have, but being appreciative of what we do, thankful for what we do have. So I have to tell you, in this moment, as I look at the different faces of everybody, I definitely am thinking, if this isn't nice, I don't know what is. So thank you so much for your presence here today. Thank you, Mr. Key.
Thank you, Ms. Sherry. Kate and Kevin, you want to take us home?
Well, I think that was a really great note to end break on and such a good reminder for all of us. Kevin, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I'm just really excited to have, breaks so often and be able to reconnect with the rest of the community. And I think that's going to be the best way for our new students to get acquainted with is how we do things at York, which is it's a really special treat. So I think with that, I guess go to class. Thank you so much, everybody. Happy first day.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, there's 4 people.